All right, guys, welcome back to another episode. So today we're doing some more George Carlin, and this one is called "The Three Categories of Brainwashing." So it's a real treat whenever we can watch George's performance and hear him talk about society. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it.
We're going to go back to advertising, and we're going to go on a little bullshit hunt. Little bullshit hunt. Going to look at some advertising lingo, especially food advertising. You know the people. Fresh, natural, hearty, old-fashioned, homemade goodness in a can. That kind of stuff. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at some of these words. Old-fashioned. When you hear old-fashioned, you're supposed to think, oh, this goes back to the old days. Right, the old days. Before we had sanitation laws.
Oh.
Before hygiene became popular. Back when botulism was still considered a sauce.
Oh.
Old-fashioned is supposed to give you a warm feeling, make you think about your grandmother. Well, I don't know about you, but when I'm picking out food, I don't want to be picturing 90 pounds of wrinkles in a black dress with a big hairy mole sticking out and an infected lip.
Oh.
Old-fashioned. Then you have homemade. Homemade. You see this on the packages in the supermarkets. Folks, believe me,
It's not homemade.
it is physically impossible for a food processing plant to produce anything homemade.
Right.
I don't care if the CEO is living in the basement and cooking on a hot plate. It's not gonna happen. And you shouldn't be eating processed foods and packaged foods anyway. They're no good
true.
for you. You know how I stopped eating processed foods? I started picturing the people who were doing the processing. Next time you're in the bus and you see some guy with gangrene on his hands, just picture him on the assembly line putting little pieces of chicken in a box. That'll cure you. Then go home and eat some fucking grapes. Homemade. You see homemade in the restaurants too. Homemade soup. I don't care how much the amphetamine-driven waitress with the Marlboro lines in her face reminds you of your
Oh
mother.
my God.
The soup is not homemade. Unless someone is living in the kitchen. And if that's the case, I want to get a good look at this motherfucker. I want to check this guy for lesions, carbuncles, impetigo, pink eye, and ringworm. And head lice. Then you have home style. Home style. When the advertising imbeciles realize that homemade sounds too full of shit, they go to home style.
It's like homemade.
Home style flavor. Well, whose home are we talking about?
Oh.
Jeffrey Dahmer's? Believe me, there's nothing home style about the boiled head of a Cambodian teenager, okay? Even if you sprinkle parsley on the hair.
Jesus.
And anytime they add the word style to another word, someone is pulling your prick. Old style goodness. What does that mean? Nothing. It means nothing. New York style deli. It means it's not located in New York. That's all it means, or they wouldn't have to say it in the first place. It's located in Calgary, and the owner is from Hong Kong. And the food tastes like things that the Bangladeshis throw away. Chicago-style pizza means the night manager once changed planes at O'Hare. Family-style restaurant. You know what that means? It means there's an argument going on at every table. Two people are crying, and the eldest male is punching the women. Family style. Family style. Then you have gourmet. Here's another word the
Gourmet.
advertising cretins have completely wiped their asses with. Gourmet.
Fancy.
Gourmet dining in a cup. Gourmet cuisine in a can. By the way, whenever you hear cuisine in place of food, be prepared to pay an extra 80%.
Oh.
Gourmet rolls, gourmet coffee, gourmet pizza. These things do not exist. You want to know what gourmet food? Toasted snail penises.
Oh.
Candied moose balls. Deep dish yak dick. Gourmet. Here's another full of shit food word. Hearty.
Oh,
Hearty.
man.
Soup is hearty. Breakfast is hearty. You know what I do when I hear the word hearty? I look at the label.
Sodium.
300 grams of saturated fat. Hearty, as in heart attack.
Right.
It's the same with buttery and lemony and chocolatey. Real chocolatey goodness. You know what that means? No fucking chocolate.
Chocolate light.
And beware when they add the word flavored to another word. Lemon flavored drink.
Wow.
No fucking lemons.
Right.
As a pet food now refers to itself as a chicken-flavored treat. Well, a dog doesn't know what chicken is. He might like it if you give it to him, but he's not going to say, oh, good, I was hoping we'd have chicken again. And by the way, chicken-flavored treat? Right. No fucking chicken. And zesty and tangy. Zesty and tangy are not real words that normal human beings use in conversation. They're advertising words. Do you ever have someone turn to you and say, this is real zesty and tangy too? Now,
Sunny Delight.
Yeah.
You remember Sunny Delight?
Right, yeah. There was like...
It wasn't even orange juice.
Right, exactly. And it's really funny because this is a conversation that we were having the other day when we were talking about thumbnails and how people advertise their videos on YouTube and everything. And it's the same thing.
And that's what we said in the video. You're being advertised to and bombarded with advertisements on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
Even when you go to the store, on TV, what have you.
Right, yeah. So essentially what he's talking about is like a verbal advertisement when they're talking about things like cuisine or gourmet and this is hearty.
And it's weird because we was also talking about food, and I was saying because we've both been having allergic reactions to some foods, and we've been having to remove certain foods from our diet because our bodies are like whacking out because
they put all this stuff in it,
all these
this
additives and sodium and stuff like that. And we're having to eat more fruits and vegetables because you think about all the stuff that are in boxes aren't really good for you. Like, it's full of sodium, it's full of sugar, it's full of stuff that you don't even know about. And the worst part is they try to make all this stuff seem healthy for you.
Right.
Like, we looked up Cheerios, remember?
Oh, yeah.
It said heart healthy, or something like that.
Lowers your cholesterol, all this other bullshit.
And all this stuff that is good for you, and then you turn and look on the labels, and it's full of crap. It's full of stuff that you can't even mention, along with more sodium and as much sugar as, like, the sugary cereals, and it's not good for you. It's false advertisement, and it's brainwashing. So you eating Cheerios and you saying it's heart healthy, and it's not.
Yeah, exactly. So guys, leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. We're definitely going to go ahead and continue this part of George Carlin in our next video, so make sure you stay tuned for that.
Part 2.
Yes, and as always, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and we'll see you next time. Peace.